Hi guys, welcome to Small Farmer Life. Hope you're all having an awesome week. And today guys, I want to talk about what my friend did to his barn to convert it so he could live in it for 4 years and 1 day and claim the right of lawfulness. Now, his intentions wasn't to claim the right of lawfulness on the barn. His intention was to claim the right of lawfulness on a set of stables that he'd built on the land. And these stables are absolutely amazing. Made from York stone, they have pillars out the front of them. I think there's around about 4 stables and a tack room in one long line. They're very wide, and he built those stables as if you were building a home or a bungalow, and all the drainage and everything was put into them, ready for them just to convert the stable block. Well, he got caught on the 11th hour, so about 3 years and 9 months into living in the barn for 4 years and 1 day, and the enforcement officer came out and told him he had to go. We'll talk about that at the end of the video because he got the right to stay, but he had to convert the actual barn footprint into the footprint of his home. He couldn't convert the stables into his home, but he could easily do that for his son or his daughter or anybody else he wanted to live on the land. Probably only going to be family. Now he has built another barn on there, and he hasn't started a business in any way, shape or form on this land. And the way he got grassed up is, well, somebody down the road who owned a garden centre took delivery of some hanging baskets that were going to his farm. Now, they said he must be competing with us, and well, they snitched on him to the local enforcement officers, and that's how it went. But guys, I want to take it over. I want to show you where his land is in relation to my land. It's not that far from where I am. I looked at his land. That was the first piece of land I looked at before I thought, I want to do this. And soon as I seen what he was doing, then I set out on my journey to actually find a piece of land and live on that land and do whatever I want with that land. But guys, yeah, let's go over there. Let's take a quick flight through Apple Maps and I'll show you where his barn is and what other buildings he's got on his site. So let's check that out. So there I am, guys. This is my farm and we're going to take a quick hop over to where his farm is. It's not far from mine. It's there. And like I say, this is the piece of land that I seen and seen what he was doing in this barn. You can see here, that's a lean-to on the side of his barn there. You can pull a van under there. I think he's got a pickup truck under there. But there's a long commercial polytunnel. He's gonna be building another barn in this area. And this is the area where he's built the stable block. Now, this stable block is absolutely mint. Honestly, it looks like a mint bungalow. It's got everything in there that you would need. All the plumbing and everything was set up as if it was going to be built into a house. Now, the septic tank is just at the back of the building, and the actual building itself is hid from one side of by the A66, and the fence is 10 foot high. It is about 10 foot high, I know, because I used to run and jump up to it when he wouldn't answer the bloody gate. But I used to run and jump up to it and I could get to it, so it was about 10 foot in height. And then this road is the road I use to actually access the place itself. This is a farm, this is a farm, this is a farm. And these are the only people local to him. That one there, the last one I've just been up, that's the guy who grassed him up. So this guy here, he grassed him up because he got hanging baskets meant for this guy. And that's what happens. People will get things delivered to him that are supposed to come to you, and well, they'll just pick up the phone. But he did get the right to live there. So if you want to come from my place to his place, it's pretty simple. There's just a couple of roads to get to his place, and that is you go out the village road, cross the main road, down Wynyard Road, and then you come off Wynyard Road and it's a little farm track, and then you're there. And all these other people you see at the bottom, where there's lots of little stable blocks and that sort of thing, those people actually are doing the same thing as my friend's doing and I'm doing and lots of other people are doing. But let's check out the barn now and what it looked like inside the barn. Now, this barn is built on 1 acre of land. This is a third of an acre going down here where I'm building my tiny farm. There's my polytunnel now. and then the rest of it is an acre. So you can get a lot of stuff on 1 acre of land. And this is where people get a little bit stressed and thinking they need a lot of land. You don't need a lot of land. 1 acre of land will do. Now, even if somebody was walking past your land and you had your roller shutter door wide open, it doesn't mean to say they'll be able to see anything you're doing inside that barn. I'll hide the door now, and you can't see anything in there. There's a full-size van in there, a few hay bales and some tools. So if somebody was walking past, it would just look like a normal barn. And this is still classed as the 4 year and 1 day rule and a right of lawfulness. You're not hiding anything inside of the barn. Now, if you built a full building inside of the barn, let's say you had an outside wall, then you had another building inside of the building, so you'd had a metre, let's say, from the outside wall to the walls of the building inside, then it'll be classed as hiding the building inside. But you're not going to be doing that. And he had several windows across one side that were opaque, so like the bathroom windows you'd have at home, you couldn't see through them, they were dead eye. They still let in lots of light. And then he had a fire door at the back of the building. So let's have a look inside what it looked like. So we'll take off the roof. You can see just how it looked inside of his barn. Now, he had a load of stuff from his old house on top of the roof of where he was living in the barn. But you could put bales of hay up there, so if anybody did look in, they'd just think, oh, it must be part of the barn. But we'll get rid of these, and you can see what it's like inside. Now, inside the area he lived, probably a little bit different to this now. I haven't been up for a while. But in that area, he had a bedroom, he had a kitchenette, dining area sort of thing. And it's longer than this caravan. And this caravan has 2 bedrooms in it. It's all to scale. So if a caravan can put 2 bedrooms in, an ensuite, a kitchen, dining room area, living room area, shower room, and all that sort of stuff, you would definitely get it in a 40-foot by 12.5-foot area inside that area that he's actually using to live in. He still lives in it now because it's that comfortable. Obviously, he doesn't have breeze block walls, but the building itself is relatively, how can I say, homely. It just is homely anyway. What am I saying? Relatively floor. It's homely as homely can get, trust me. I've left the doors and that off this building because it took me long enough to build, but he had a shower room, he has the front room area, he has the bedroom area, plenty of room to do anything he wants to do, and a plenty big enough space to live in for 4 years and 1 day while you claim the right of lawfulness. And you'll be hid out the sight of prying eyes, and nobody would see what you were doing. Now, you can put blackout blinds over the windows, so you wouldn't be letting out light. He had his washing and drying machine in one room, his toilet and shower room and everything else in another room. So plenty of room, guys, to actually live a good, decent, healthy life out the way of most people. And this is what most people do when they convert in the inside of a barn. They don't convert it all because you stick out like a sore thumb. You can park your car in here on a night, and that's going to stop anybody from going past saying there's always a car outside that barn on a night, when technically you just need to lift up the roller shutter, pull the car in when you get home from work, and well, the car is going to be hid. And that's a full-size van. That van is measured on the measurements of my van. So plenty of space for 2 cars, and plenty of space to live, plenty of space for putting tools and everything else. There you go, guys. That's what he's doing inside of his barn. He has his stable block. He's building another barn. I'm sure he's going to be using them stable blocks for his kids. Who knows? But he did get caught on the 11th hour, about 3 years and 9 months, getting grassed up by somebody down the road. The enforcement officer coming out, well, must have been a right kick in the nuts. And that will have upset anybody. Now, what he did was he got a phone number off somebody for a solicitor who specialised in this sort of thing. I'll have to get that phone number to put up on the channel just in case anybody else gets caught in the 11th hour and they might need a little bit of help. Now, this guy wasn't running a business from the site. He was just going down the right of lawfulness. And the solicitor cost him around about £2,000. And the solicitor asked him to go and see all the neighbours that he spoke to, and would they put in an affidavit for him and say what an asset to the community he was and all that sort of thing. All the neighbours who said yes, the solicitor went round and interviewed them all. He got all the paperwork and everything together, proving that he'd been living in the barn for 3 years and 8 months. He was paying his council tax while living in the barn, and he got all the affidavits and everything else. So he had a mountain of evidence that he'd been living there for 3 years and 9 months. All this together and put to the council, well, the council agreed to let him stay there. He had no restrictions put on the house, so he didn't have no ties to the house that had to be a rural worker living in the house or anything like that. And he got the footprint of the barn that he was living in to build a house on that footprint. So the size of the footprint became the size of the house he could build on that land. Not a bad game, is it? Simple as that. Anyway, guys, that's a video for today. My name's Craig. You've been watching A Small Farmer Life. Thanks again to all my parents. Couldn't thank you guys enough. You know, if you ever need the help, you're going to get it. Till next time, guys, make sure you take care of yourself. Most of all, take care of the family. Bye for now. Be genuine. See ya.